has seen the movie Formosa Betrayed. So after Michael's speech, I think we are so frustrated. It's hard for us to swallow, what happened in Taiwan, also, in the United States. The government, the executive office, they seem to keep silent on and on. And this year, Michael, he spent more time to the CIA decode document. So he shared us with a lot of information, inside story, and those are true story. I believe all of us, all American citizens, it is time for us to focus, to raise our voice to the Congress. We need to ask congressional hearing about the Taiwan status. It's really needed. If we all can work together, I think we should be able to take care of Taiwan's issue. As Michael said earlier, justice delayed is injustice. So we, Taiwanese American, we want the justice happen in our generation. No longer delayed. We can wait another president, and find out more CIA, top secret, how to deal with Taiwan's, could be Formosa betrayal again. So I believe all of us, that's our job. Michael did not know Taiwan before end of 2008. He started to write article for Taiwan beginning of January 2009. And up to now, up to today, he has finished about 130 articles, reported. Thank you. He first worked in the Boston Examiner, but now he works in more broader area, that's examiner.com. So actually that covers the national version. So everywhere can read his article. And so for his trip, 10 days trip to visit Taiwan, he's going to share lots of information, what he's seen, what he's thought, and I guess we all believe, to travel 1,000 miles, it's always learn more than you sitting at home to read 10,000 books. Now, in the past, a little bit over 1 year, he wrote 130 articles for Taiwan, and now he traveled more than 10,000 miles back and forth between Taiwan and the United States. I believe he will voice for us more inside story.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, I think next we will have the Q&A. Please.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the thorough research. I mean, I'm sure everybody here feels the same way. And like you said, you're so educated through your seminar. But I just want to get your suggestions, like how to get other Americans to be interested in Taiwan topic, because I feel up to this point, it's just the best secret about, among Taiwanese. Every seminar I've ever been to about Taiwan, 99.9% of people who showed up in the audience are Taiwanese. And the only way to make it a successful movement is get more Americans to understand what's going on. Any suggestions on what we can do to get more people interested?
Get more Americans involved in the future of Taiwan, and I totally agree. I'm just doing the best that I can, and all I can say is that we each need to make an effort. There's an American folk singer by the name of Pete Seeger, and he tells the story that if you have a pond, even if everybody's only got one pebble, if enough people throw their pebbles in the pond, we can make an island. When will change come? I don't know, but I do know this. The harder we work, the sooner change will come. I don't have an answer to your question, except we just need to constantly be working more. Yeah.
Right now in Taiwan, we're educated by Kuomintang, and they will think that they are Chinese. So it's very hard. Even I went home 4 years ago. I was talking to my relatives, young generation. I found that their senses, they are more like Chinese thinking instead of Taiwanese think, like, so even for humanitarian reason, if there's a vote, I really doubt it, because the way that Chiang Kai-shek's government educate already inside there.
You heard about Taiwan before the Congress. That would raise the visibility dramatically. And then the American news media that's been ignoring Taiwan would have to respond. And so I think that's a good point of attack, is the Congress. About the lack of information, so many Americans don't know. Is it Formosa? Is it Taiwan? Is it the Republic of China? Is it Chinese Taipei? And so that's the level of understanding of most Americans. I myself was ignorant, so I know well. Up until 2 years ago, thereabouts, all that I knew about Taiwan was it used to be called Formosa. For some reason, wasn't in the United Nations, but I didn't know why. I'd seen some TV footage once of a fist fight in the legislature, and I'd seen advertising supplements for high-tech businesses in Scientific American. And that was the full understanding I had of Taiwan. I talk to people all the time about Taiwan, just on a one-to-one conversation. And outside of the Taiwanese Americans that I spoke with, I have only met one other American in a 2-year period that had heard of 228, and that was a college professor. And whenever I tell people about it, they say, I never heard that before. So there's much education work to be done.
That's a very good question, that how do we be more attractive? What very ironically is the things happen in Taiwan is it have to happen last year, in August 8th, the typhoon monarch. Because the typhoon attract the attention of the whole world. You can see the CNN News anchorman challenge Mind Joe, this guy, while we lose about 650 villagers from showering in the high mountain. And then actually there's about 250,000 of Taiwanese that was killed in last 60 years that would stay in the sky of Taiwan to protect and to present Taiwan. Okay, I would just emphasize it. We have to have some belief and blessing in our mind that, Taiwan will never gone. It's there. It's 400 years is over. More than 250,000 people was killed, and now a new incident coming last year. You see, KMT is going down after the August 8th. I think it's a miracle, but it's also a wake-up call for all Taiwanese. It's what I try to emphasize. Without August 8th, the 60 years, there had not many floods coming up. Back to 60 years ago, there's A7 flood, but 60 years over, there's another one coming. It's from the God. That's what I believe. I think all the Taiwanese should have the same believing. Together we stand. And Taiwan, Republic of Taiwan, it will come very soon. I would salute to Mr. Richardson. With your heart and effort, even the Beijing, this is what I heard. There's 8 people from Beijing is already set up a protocol against you. So you got to watch out. It is truly, we should set the first file, and we'll keep going on, and we can make it. Okay, God bless Taiwan.
Thank you. Jerry's comments do raise one thing that people in Taiwan, and that's as Ma's popularity goes down, there's concern, since he looks like he won't be reelected, that puts Taiwan in a crisis because people are worried that he might sell out Taiwan to China, and now it looks like he might do it before 2012. So there's much concern in Taiwan about that right now.